Hey everybody, welcome to That's Good Stuff, the show where we review pop culture's newest releases. And this week, the newest release was Supergirl from the James Gunn universe, directed by Craig Gillespie. Where is it? Yeah, Craig Gillespie. He did Cruella, if you remember that movie, and starring Millie Alcock and other people. David Cornswet, Jason Momoa's in there, and a bunch of other people. So, Supergirl, you guys saw it. We saw it. It feels very much like a James Gunn production, even though he supposedly had nothing to do with it. um, but go through the plot a little bit. Supergirl is on her birthday bender going across the galaxy finding red suns so she can get drunk. And she's like a party girl. She's accompanied by Crypto, her dog in this universe. And they're just kind of just living that drunk life and going around bar to pub crawl they call
Crypto's
it.
not drunk.
Crypto's pretty drunk. I don't know. I'm sure she gives him some. But there's this girl you see, and she was living on this planet. I don't know what planet it's called, but living on this planet with a famous sword maker dad. And then they get a night visit from Krim. Is it Krim?
Creme.
Mhm.
From the Yellow
Creme de la creme.
Hills. And he is very much the generic bad guy that we've seen throughout Marvel and DC. And he's there because he wants a valuable sword, I guess. And he goes there, and they
He's
have,
after very honorable people, Joseph.
yes.
Only the most honorable.
And it's like Andor, where they kind of live like in one shack alone on one side of the planet. And the dad, he has the place, booby trapped and stuff, but they decide to talk to Krim for some reason. And Krim steals their pie, and, and
He
he,
asked for a slice.
he asks
He's like,
for a
"Can I get
slice.
some of that pie?" He didn't
No,
say,
he
he didn't
just
say,
says,
"Give me all that pie."
he's like, "Is that pie?" And they're like, "Yes." And then he takes the pie.
That's what happens when you have a party.
I know,
Never leave a
that's the pie
pie.
People come over
etiquette.
and take
That's
it.
pie etiquette.
Pie etiquette. So the brother is very dumb. He just like charges Krim out of nowhere. He's like listening to his tunes, having a
He's
good time.
pumped up on his why can't I think of the band? Lincoln Park. He
He's
just
listening.
heard crawling, and so he's ready to go.
Yeah, he turns around, sees Krim, runs out, and then Krim's like smashes or slices him. He's like, "I'm eating my pie here. Why did you just jump out at me?"
He
So
was defending himself. A crazed child ran at him.
So then the parents are like, okay, I guess we'll attack too. So Krim takes care of them. Meanwhile, the daughter,
She
what's
just
her?
watches.
She watches. She's frozen the whole time. What is her name? It's like
Not
Ruthie.
Ruby, Ruthie.
Is
Mhm.
that her real name? It is Ruthie Merrill Knoll. So she's watching this whole time, and he's like chopping up her family and then burning down the house. We don't know how she escaped. I guess he just ignored her. He's like, oh, that must be just a statue or something
She
that
watched
stands
the whole thing, and then finally it clicked. The pie is gone.
there. She's like, how can he be so rude and just take our pie? Uh, so I don't know how she escaped. I guess he ignored her. He thought she was just a statue that stands there or something. So
I think there's a deleted scene because there's like a part in the trailer where he looks toward her. but that
Well, he
wasn't
kind
in the
of looks. He
movie.
kind of just glances at her at here.
Yeah, he like looks at her, but
He's like, and then she's just like,
is that
and then it
decoration, I
continues.
guess? And somehow she gets the sword they were there for. So there's like a lot missing. It does feel like there's some missing from this movie because there was like a scene where it's
Hmm.
just like next scene, and I'm like, what? What happened? But anyway,
Also, why didn't they take her?
I
I
don't
know because
know.
they're after girls because they're traffickers. So we were told that this is pretty much True Grit meets Mad Max. That's what we're told, and this kind of drives me crazy. Yeah, but modern writers do this because they can't come up with their own stuff, so they just say, it's a big red flag nowadays when you say this is just famous story put in
How
space or something
how
like
come they
that.
didn't say this is John Wick?
Yeah,
Because every movie has a now dog
every
punching or
movie
dog
is John
smacking.
Wick now.
Yeah.
And it's just a sign of the times we're in because of the terrible writing. Because whenever you see, Rebel Moon was just seven samurai in space. So everything is just something in space. But anyway, this apparently is happening on the same planet that Supergirl's on. Because they kind of like
Oh,
fly by
really?
her. Yeah, because they in the beginning they like fly by her ship, and she's at this bar. She really likes this bar
I
because
thought these are totally different planets.
I know I thought that too, but they're like the same. But she really likes this bar because it's got her jams and
And the shots are on fire.
the shots are on fire.
You know, it'd
And
be a good reference, like, because you know how these movies always reference other movies. If she was drinking um, that drink on Hitchhikers, I always forget the name, but
yeah, what is that called?
I don't remember.
I
the
don't
Gurgle
remember.
Blast or something like that.
Something weird like that. I know they should have said that. But Ruthie,
Pan-Galactic Gurgle Blast or something like that.
is that the one that like smacks you when you drink
Yeah, and you're
it?
like, oh!
So another thing we'll get to. The rest of the galaxy is just into Earth pop culture for some reason. Everything is our pop culture. Drives me nuts. I hate that stuff. But that's James Gunn. That's a James Gunn movie. Anyway, Ruthie somehow makes her way to the bar where Supergirl is, and it's True Grit, it's Seven Samurai. She's like, my the stupid line, my honorable and innocent family was murdered by the Krim, um,
She had a little speech rehearsed that on the walk.
the brigands. They're always calling them the brigands. Killed my family. Um, And she's like, I'll trade my cool sword for anyone that'll help me. It's not
It
even that
makes a
cool of a.
noise every time it is unsheathed.
It's not even a cool sword. It looks very fake. It looks like a scimitar. You know what it reminds me of? Remember when Aladdin came out and you could get the sword? You don't remember that
I
sword
wasn't
that
there.
the toys that came out with Aladdin? That's what it reminds me of. Anyway, Millie Alcock is there, Supergirl. She's like, I don't want to do that. But then a big strong man, takes her sword away from her, and the Supergirl's like, oh, I can't let that stand. So she fights him, even though they're in the Red Sun. I mean, her powers are very, when she needs them in this movie. It's just not really well defined. I mean, I guess that's true of Superman too, because like Superman uses his powers when he's in space and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I guess you got like a little bit of a reserve of the solar power for a while, but then every once in a while you got to go suck it up.
My only issue with the powers was as soon as she touches the yellow sun, she's fine of everything. She's
Yeah,
completely healed. Even Superman takes a little bit, like when he died in whatever that comic is called. He was in the ground for a while. He was just chilling down there for like months.
I know.
Yeah, in these movies, they usually like kills them immediately.
Hmm.
Like the DCU ones that did that too.
Superman, we're gonna get to this because this really bugs me too. Superman, I mean, it's been shown that he can pretty much die and then you just throw him in the sun and he's back to life. So anyway, Supergirl beats up this guy. Ruthie's like all impressed. She's like, this girl has true grit.
You you are so capable.
Yeah. But Supergirl's still like, nah, I don't want to do this. I'm on my party. It's my birthday week. You know how
People I was watching people and they like Ruthie and I was like, this little girl is annoying.
I thought she would annoy me, but she didn't annoy me as much as I
Yeah,
thought she
it's
would.
for movie kids, it's not like terrible.
Yeah, she wasn't America Chavez. So
I was fine with her. She was just dumb.
Yeah, she was fine.
This girl is just
really, I
like,
thought
dude,
she was
stop
better than
saying the
her.
same exact thing.
It
She,
wasn't. I was expecting Leia from Obi-Wan, and it wasn't that
Mm.
bad.
ugh,
No, nothing's that
no,
bad.
nothing's that bad. But
Outrunning adult men.
yeah, well, they're just red hot chili peppers, Jerry.
She has
Mm.
tiny, chubby legs. There's no
They, they,
way.
they were on a lot of drugs. They can't run anymore.
It's space
So
drugs.
Mm.
So Ruthie follows Supergirl back to her ship, and she's still trying to get her to come with her, but Supergirl's really not interested. She just wants to, eat cereal with Crypto and go to the bathroom. And then Krim comes because they're on the same planet, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm here
Fruit
too."
Loops.
Yeah, Fruit Loopies. What did we see that on where they had like Fruit Loopy things? There's like something
Something.
me and
Tubi? Was it a Tubi movie?
was it Tubi or something? Something me and Jared just talked about. That
Mm.
remember that. Maybe Spider-Man? No, not Spider-Man. Anyway, Krim comes and he's like, I like this ship. I'm gonna take this ship. And Supergirl's like, hey, don't take my ship. No, actually, Crypto's like the one that's like, hey, that guy's like taking our ship. I'm gonna bark at him. And they watch him and Krim like shoots Crypto and Crypto's down because he's poisoned. And then they take off and they take Crypto to the vet, and the vet's like, "This dog, you can't move it because it's poison." And then those bad guys, they have the poison, they have the antidote. They always keep the antidote on them very conveniently for us. So you just got to go find him and get the antidote. So my problem is Crypto is Kryptonian, right? Just throw him in the sun, man. That's all he needs. Because they're like, don't move him. The poison. Superman
Have it.
dies, and you could throw him in the sun. Just move the dog to the sun. He's fine.
This is what I was thinking about the whole movie. I was like, does it work on Kryptonian animals?
Yes,
Oh, because
I
like,
guess so.
it's weird. Because why
they're
would it?
they're all pretty indestructible. Anything from Krypton.
And also, why do they even live on Krypton if a yellow sun makes them so powerful?
Well, they can choose where they're born, Jerry.
No, but they can migrate. They're not.
They were super advanced. You think they'd be like,
Yeah,
maybe they
they're
didn't
not bound
know.
to that planet.
They
They
were
They
kind
did
of
not
know. They
stupid.
know.
tell Kara. They
I
said you're gonna
know.
be stupid powerful.
They do know because they're like, hey, you and Clark are gonna be super powered. So they must have, one of them must have traveled to a yellow sun at one point and been like, this is awesome. And they're like, oh, we don't need to move there. We're good.
So I said it was awesome.
Apparently, Kryptonians are very lazy and they just like sit around and like, hey, the core of the planet's gonna blow up. They're like, ah, we're busy, man. We're okay.
We're vaguely Italian.
Yeah. Just leave us alone. We just want to sit here. That drives me nuts. They've never done a very good Kryptonian.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the cartoon, I love the cartoon, the way they show it, but the movies have never gotten it right. So the mission's on now. We got to go find Krim. And this part, man, I was gonna fall asleep, man, because I was like, I really, because they just kind of go to place, and it's just like this is freaking boring. Uh, so they gotta go find.
Crypto has 3 days. I don't know why they give movies time
I
limits
hate when
because
they
they
give
never
movies
follow the
time.
time
Yeah, they
limits.
never. It never seems like they follow the time. So they go, and they're like, hey, they go to a bar, and they're like, hey, where's Crypto, or where do we find Brigands? And they go, oh, Brigands are on that plane. Oh, first they go on this bus. They got to go on this bus because they don't have a ship, so they got to take a bus. And Seth Rogen, I didn't know he was in this movie. Did you guys know he was going to be in this movie?
Was that him?
That's him, isn't it?
Because I
I was
looked through the
looking it up.
credits
It's
and I
not
didn't find
him.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
It
it
not
sounded
sounded like
credited.
he just did
Dude,
it for fun.
Is that him? I don't.
it's gotta be him.
It sounds exactly like him, but it didn't say
Maybe
his
it's
name
It's a
anywhere.
voice match.
dude, maybe he
They're,
did it for
they're like, we
free.
can't afford Seth Rogen. Just sound like him.
Yeah, it is Seth Rogen. Makes a voice cameo. So
Oh,
I thought he was gonna be a character. I thought, like, well, this guy's on the team. But he's like this little bus driver because now that Star Wars did little aliens, everyone's got to do little aliens. So
Little
Seth, Ro-
Babu Fricks.
yeah,
Bubble
Seth,
Freak.
Seth Rogen's a Babu freak now, and they're taking this bus, and the girl goes on the bus because normally Kara is like, "Hey, I'm gonna go find you. Stay here. Or you stay with Crypto. I'll go find Krim and do all the work." But the little girl's like, "No, it's True Grit. I gotta kill him." And she's like, "Okay." So she sneaks on the bus, and then she, insults an alien lady by putting her bag at her feet or something, which that was weird. Uh, and then the bus gets hijacked by these techno pirates, and that they can warp and stuff, and so we got to fight the techno pirates.
These Guardians of the Galaxy aliens.
Very Guardians of the Galaxy. He had nothing to do with this movie, but it just seems like they copied him. Like they're
Yeah,
like,
it
we gotta
Yeah,
doesn't
this it feels
like
like his movie.
the camera work and stuff isn't nearly as good, but
no.
it feels like they're trying to be like his style.
Yeah, it's very like Timo, James Gunn, but like the ships all look like James Gunn ships, especially the interior.
The
And then
soundtrack choices.
the soundtrack, yeah, the sound. You always got to have like a fight
Well,
scene
except
with
for
the music.
later, well, there was
Yeah.
a
Oh,
heinous
yeah,
I like
choice.
egregious.
I like most of like the song choices for like the first half, but
Yeah,
then we'll get to the ending later.
Do we have to hear bad reputation every time a girl is in the lead of a
That
movie?
wasn't in it.
it
Was
wasn't in
it?
it.
Yeah, it
No.
was.
No, it was a
No.
different song.
No, it was in it.
It wasn't.
It
I looked at the
was.
soundtrack. It wasn't in there.
Dude, they play it every time. I
It
remember
wasn't
thinking
in the
that.
Your
movie.
brain replaced it with
I
that.
know.
Well, what was I hearing?
I don't know.
Some
You're hearing
chick rock
the
band.
next theater.
Dude, it was in it. I'm gonna find it.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna pause right here. We're gonna look.
Because I remember thinking, why do we hear this every time we have a girl movie?
It must have been something else you were watching or something.
No. What was I watching? It was
I don't know.
this.
I
Anyway,
was
dude,
we'll
I
come back to it. I
swear.
know for a fact that I didn't hear it in
I
there.
swear it's in
Yeah.
there. I'll find it someday. But anyway, because I remember
Go back
thinking
to the
that.
theater.
I remember thinking that. I
You're
was
gonna have
like,
to
why do
see it
we hear
again.
this every time there's a girl movie?
You're gonna have to watch it again to be proven
You
wrong.
heard it in your mind.
Anyway, we fight the techno pirates and they tell us where the brigands live. So we gotta go find the brigands. There was a scene where she gets like beat up a lot, but then she goes out in the sun and then she's all strong again. Um so they go to a 7-Eleven and they get poop
Poop
corn.
nuts.
Yeah, poop nuts. Poop. I mean
I
that's
don't
corn
know.
nuts, isn't
They
it?
look good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically
No,
corn
corn nuts
nuts.
are great.
So we get
No.
like poop nuts and a Slurpee, and now where do they
Joseph
go?
is probably like, "Oh, I want a Slurpee." It's a
Oh, I
Why
gas
is
guess
it a
the,
regular
station.
Slurpee?
I had a Slurpee there in the movie, so I was good. It was icy.
You're like,
It's
"Ugh."
a truck stop. You get coffee, not a
Dude,
Slurpee.
I had a hot dog. It was so good. I'm not supposed to eat hot dogs, but man, that was good. Anyway, a hot dog and icy. That's all you need.
What are
Anyway.
you, 5?
Anyway, we get told, and then they make a joke about the poop nuts that they just taste like poop.
Yeah,
And we
that
get,
was dumb. A lot.
yeah,
The humor in
the
this did
humor
not
is not
hit.
good. No,
Every joke, I was like, I didn't even smile. I was like,
It
that's a
Every,
joke.
wasn't nearly as bad as Superman though, where they needed it like every second.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? This is the hot take I'm gonna say. I actually hate Superman more than this
Yeah,
movie.
I like this more.
And I know everyone hates this movie, but it's just, if anything, it's just boring.
Yeah, this one is more of a standard movie.
Yeah,
Superman was just like absurd,
yeah,
and
and
like
Yeah,
the
Superman
pacing
was
was disgusting.
Superman was very offensive to me as a DC
yeah,
fan. I mean, I think I gave it a B when we first reviewed it, but that thing gets knocked
yeah.
down
It's
to
gone
this.
down.
See, I haven't even been able to watch it again because I'm just like, I do not want to watch this again.
I
Anyway,
think Corn Sweat is still good as
Yeah,
Superman
he's
though.
good.
yeah, even like the casting in Superman is great, except for maybe Nathan Fillion. He's just too old to
Yeah,
play.
that's he just looks stupid.
Yeah, he's just too
Well, he's
old.
Guy.
He's
Yeah,
too
but
I
he's
hate
not
old to
that
that.
play.
character anyway.
He's just too old to play Guy. But even this movie, fine cast. I thought the cast. I mean, Lobo is cast great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to that part because they go to another bar because this is Bar Crawl the movie. Um, so they go to another bar, and again, they're doing American pop music because she's singing an American song. I mean, maybe it's like what it's like the what is that movie called? The Navigators or whatever flight where the
Light
aliens
of the
just know all,
Navigator?
yeah, where the aliens just know all Earth's pop culture because we beamed out team. Maybe it's like that. I still hate it. But I can't remember what song she's singing, but it's a classic song. Anyway, they're there and they're like, Supergirl's like, hey, let's all arm wrestle so I can get my information I need to know where the brigands are. So they have an arm wrestling scene and she like breaks a guy's arm and stuff.
I
It,
did I miss this part, Jonah?
Did you get
Because
up anytime?
because people kept talking about this, and I don't remember this at all.
Oh yeah, he did, I think, at that part.
I don't remember the Superman theme being in this movie. Anyway,
No, I don't.
anyway, she beats up a lot of people, and then this like couple who run the bar, I guess, they're like, hey, we know where we can find if you come with us. But hey, is that Lobo over there? And they're like, oh, it is Lobo. And he,
Mm.
he gets up and, he says his famous line and he,
He didn't say he was the main man.
yeah, he didn't
I know, I
say
was
he
waiting
was
for
the main
that.
man. Oh, yeah. But he says his other famous line, his like famous curse word that he says. Um, and then
Also, is he
it's
immortal?
just, yeah, he is.
Oh,
He
he
can
is.
only
I
be
thought he.
killed. He can only be killed by a member of his own race, but he killed all his race, so he
Hmm.
basically can't be killed. Um, so he's there. He says line. Like the girl goes up to him, and is like, "Hey, join our team." And
Oh,
he's
this
like,
another part where the little girl is like, is she's like, she knows Superman and she knows Kara's like stronger or whatever, the same strength as him.
mhm.
She's fine. She's like, oh, he's strong. I'm gonna go recruit him too.
Well, I
Is
thought
is
I
it
thought this was like, oh, this is True Grit. So Lobo is going to be Matt Damon, and we're going to have Matt Damon on our
the
team
little
too.
beef?
So I was like, okay, Lobo's it. We're gonna have a little team going. But no, Lobo just leaves. And he's like, I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna leave. And they're like, okay. So they go back to the family's home, and we have like a flashback scene, and she's like telling Ruthie about Krypton and like her backstory, which is like a little different from Superman's because she was already a teenager when she was. I mean, she looks a little younger in this one. I think they try to make her a little. Oh, because she's not even born on Krypton yet. Okay, so
Yeah.
He gets
during
shipped out first.
yeah, Jarrell since Superman, I didn't like that where he's like, hey,
Hmm.
there's what's his name flying away.
There's a baby in
But
the sky.
unlike normal canon, Supergirl's supposed to be older than Superman, but on this one, I guess Superman's older. So he flies off, and so her family, what are they called? The Zorels?
Something like that.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
Zor-Els.
I'm blanking on it right now. Um, they live in Argo City. He's like, well, that was their plan. My plan was to put a force field around the city, and we'll just jettison it in the air.
We
It's kind of
take this town and we push
push
it.
it. So that's what they do. It's kind of like the Bottle City from the comics because it's like a big force field, but instead of shrinking, it's just kind of like floating. But then they're like, hey, when we ripped the city off, it like exposed the kryptonite that's like
Asbestos
underground.
everywhere.
Yeah, there's asbestos there. So we're all poisoned, except for Kara, who seems to be okay.
Why is she not
I
poisoned?
don't know.
I know.
So she was born like after they floated off. But she still should be poisoned, but she's like, I'm okay. I'll just stay here with you guys and die. And they're like, nah, that seems like a bad plan. Uh, so we're gonna like send you off in a pod like because I found the plans that Jor-El used to send off Clark, so I'm gonna do that with you.
I made it
She's
a little bigger though.
Yeah, and she's like, "Can I take my dog?" And he's like, "I don't care. Take your dog."
There's only enough air for you.
Yeah. So we get that whole little flashback. Oh, it was okay. I mean,
I
like
liked it.
I
Yeah,
like
it was
seeing
good.
Krypton, and I like
I don't like
the
the look of Krypton, but I like
yeah,
the actual scene itself.
yeah. I like this movie could have worked better if it was like a big old super family kind of meta thing that they were building, but they're not doing that. So anyway, um, so we tell that backstory to Ruthie so she can catch up. And then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go check out because it's been kind of a long time, and we're just gonna nap in here. So she goes downstairs.
Also, my super hearing doesn't work, so I'm just gonna go down there
Yeah,
and
because they're
just take a look.
talking, and she goes down there like, here, have some tea. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll drink some
What did
tea.
you put in my
Yeah,
tea?
what did you put in my tea? Because she's like, oh, but aren't they on the Yellow Sun planet?
I don't know. It's like night.
I
Yeah,
think
I don't remember.
so. So it should not work on her, but it does work. And she's like, milk, please. So they give her some milk. And of course, it's like the Last Jedi milk, where it's
There's like a
disgusting.
alien dog thing in the back, and it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that thing's milk?
yeah, and he's like winks at her or something, and
Hmm.
he's like, I gotta drink milk because it coats the stomach, and then she starts barfing all over the place, and then Krim comes. He's like, "Where's the girl?" And she's like, I don't know, I gotta puke a lot, so she starts puking a lot. And then it's time to fight. So they fight. The people that own the bar, they did this because Krim had took their daughter, and he's like, I'll trade you your daughter for these two girls, and they're like, that sounds like a good trade. So they all start fighting, and he's like, bring me their daughter in the middle of the fight. So they do, because he's like, she's gonna die because of this. So Ruthie's like
She
running up.
wasn't poisoned enough. Darn it.
Yeah, she wasn't poisoned. You didn't give her enough
He
poison,
got mad at the
so
dad. He's
yeah.
like, she's clearly alive.
Yeah, she was supposed to be not alive. And then, so there's a big old fight. Ruthie's like on watching from like rooftops and stuff like that. Lobo comes in
She
because
just watches. She never helps.
he's after another. He's got a bounty on another guy. It's like with Krim. Why didn't they just put the bounty on Krim? I mean,
Because he didn't.
because
I
then
don't
it
know.
would really be like LaBeef because they're after the same guy, and then they got to share the bounty and stuff like that. Anyway, they have this big fight, and then Krim you brutally murders the family, the whole family. And this makes Supergirl like really mad because she couldn't save him. And Ruthie was about to kill Krim. She was
Yeah.
gonna stab him, but
She's like,
Supergirl's
ooh,
like, no.
blood.
Yeah, and Supergirl's like, no, revenge is bad. And
Slaps her.
yeah,
Stop that.
but then he gets away, so he kills the family, and they're like, she's like, look what you did. If we would have just
Mm.
killed him, I don't think she could have killed him. I think he
Mm-mm.
would have took her out. But anyway, she kind of blames Supergirl for that. She's like, fine, I just gotta find my dog anyway. And they're like,
You're a
fine.
loser.
Yeah. So they
Also, he
get
stopped a tank. I don't think that little girl would have killed him.
no. So they're like mad at each other, so they're gonna split up. And Supergirl finds this guy that she calls Squidward because they already used that joke in Marvel, so we got to use it now again. Uh, so she's like, "Hey, where do the Brigands live?" And he's like, "We'll take you there. We'll fly you there personally." And meanwhile, Ruthie hears this, and so she stows away on the ship because they can't be. They got to have her there too. So they fly to this planet, and Supergirl's like, "I'm gonna go get him." So she gets on the ship, but then she's like, "Oh, I don't feel so good," and it's a Kryptonian sun. Because every planet we go to, it tells us like what color the sun is. And in
I
this,
for a second I was like, is that like a giant rock of kryptonite? I was like, why? What is that? And they're like, oh, it's a green sun. I was like, I don't think there are green suns.
I mean, I guess technically there could be. It's just kryptonite radiation. I don't know. But luckily for Supergirl, it's a green sun and a yellow sun. So she's got to just wait like a
Hmm.
day for the
Night,
yellow
day,
sun.
night.
Yeah, she's got to wait a day for the sun to come back. Um, so Ruthie's there and she saves Supergirl and puts her in a cave. And Supergirl's like, I'm not doing too so good. And she's like, I know, you look terrible.
He's
I'm
like,
gonna go.
you're not bad. You're good.
Yeah, you're not
And she's
bad. You're
like,
good.
thanks, bro.
And she's like, Oh, I found your suit. And she's like, Where'd you find it? I don't know. I was at your ship and your suit was there. So I got it. And she's like, That's just a stupid suit. I hate it. It doesn't do
Doesn't do
anything.
anything.
Yeah. And she's like, This S means hope, darn it. And then she's like, I gotta get some water. So Ruthie go get some water, but then she's knocked out by the Crim guards and they take the
this
Kremlings.
weird this weird decision to have like this jump scare. I was
Yeah.
like, why is he screaming?
So the Kremlings, they kidnap her and they take her to
Kremlin.
the ship. And what didn't you know? Lobo's been captured. How do they capture Lobo? You can't
I don't
capture
know.
Lobo. That's it's stupid.
Maybe, maybe he's
But
just getting
He
on
just
there,
wanted
getting
a
his
nap. Yeah.
brownies.
yeah. So they're both in jail, and so it looks like the Guardians jail from Guardians 2, and but they have like poison tip bars or something like that. And Krim comes and talks to her. He's like, "Where is Supergirl? And I'll let you live," or something like that. And she's like, "No, never." And then he leaves, and then so she starts crying. She's like, "Oh, I'll tell him where he is." So this other guard comes in, and then this stupid, she somehow takes this dude out, man. She like jumps on his back, and she's like, "How is this happening? How is this little girl taking out this big Kremling?" But she does, and Lobo's like, "Dude, that was so cool. I'm proud of you." So he's like, "Hey, let me out of this thing." So she lets him out, and then she goes and hides in the Jeffrey tubes or whatever. And she got to get her sword back, so she goes and gets her sword back. And
Guy
then,
pees in a bucket.
yeah, guy pee. Why did he pee in the bucket? I'm gonna go to the weapon
There's
room and
no
pee.
space bathrooms.
I
I'm
know.
gonna pee in the weapons room. So Supergirl eventually gets her powers back as the sun comes out and it dries her up. And so she flies and they're all fighting on top of the ship. I don't remember why, but they're all on the ship fighting, and
They're
Lobo's
having some
fighting.
manly roughhousing.
Yeah, they were manly roughhousing, and then Lobo comes, and everyone's fighting. It's a big of a fight. Um, and then the ship gets take. Well, Lobo like beats up the main bad guy, Krim, and he like throws him off the side, and he's like tells Supergirl, "The little girl wants revenge. She's gonna get it." And Supergirl's like, "No, revenge is bad." And then the ship crashes because they like throw bombs and stuff. Lobo throws bombs and stuff, so the ship crashes, and more fighting. And Ruthie's like, "The brides," because they capture because it's got to be like Mad Max, so we gotta have brides. So that's the only thing that's like Mad Max. I mean, maybe the bad guys look like they're from Mad Max, but the main thing is there's brides. They gotta use the same words as them. So the brides are still at the ship, so we gotta go save them. And then we're fighting out in a big field, a big ugly brown field. It looks like the end of Flash, the Flash movie. We're just out in the big brown field for some reason, and everyone's fighting. And then, Supergirl, she's all strong. She can't be beat. So she's pretty much beating everyone up, but somehow Krim gets, he gets taken out, and the little girl, she's got the sword, she's about to do the deed, get revenge for her family, but then Supergirl's like, no, revenge is bad, and she's like,
That will
oh,
mess you up.
yeah, you'll never be the same, and she's like, oh, I guess you're right, and she leaves, and then Supergirl just stabs him.
He's like, I wanted to do it.
And then like Lobo's like watching the whole time. He's like,
Good.
This is from my dog.
yeah. So they get the antidote. They go back and they cure Crypto, and he's annoying as ever, just knocking everyone over and stuff like that.
They
And
should
the
have just took
day
him. They should have just took him.
they should have just took him. And then this day is saved, and Ruthie's like, I think I'll go make swords like my dad. And Supergirl's like, that's a good plan. And she's like, what are you gonna do? And she's like, oh, I guess I'll go back to Earth. And she's like, oh, but wait, let's go drink some more. And she's like, yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I'm underage, but I don't care. So they go and they go drink. Um, and then the very end, she goes back to Metropolis and Superman's very nice apartment. He's like,
It
"Hey,
is a
it's
nice
you."
apartment.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's like,
Crypto
"Hey, it's you."
ruins everything.
Crypto ruins everything,
Gets into the
and
chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Superman's like, "I'm pretty weak in this universe, so I could have used your help on a bad guy." And she's like, "I know." And then she's like, "I'm gonna stay and help, I guess." And that's the end. That was the
The
end.
very end because there's nothing after the credits.
So, yeah, weirdly, no post credits on this one, so guess they
Crypto
couldn't
ate
think of it.
chocolate and then he died. That was the post
No,
credits.
no Clayface Stinger or something like that. Oh yeah, Crypto eats chocolate, and Superman's like, "You can't eat chocolate." Mm.
Bad dog.
Bad dog, bad
I
dog.
don't know why he didn't call him a bad dog. He's being a bad dog.
I hate Crypto, man. I usually like goofy animal superheroes, but man, I hate James Gunn has made me hate Crypto. He doesn't look like Crypto. He doesn't act like Crypto.
That's the
Um,
big thing. It looks like this poodle thing. I was like, what the?
yeah,
It's
because
usually like a golden lab.
It's based on James Gunn's
I don't
dog that he
care if he.
has.
I don't care about his dog. I want our
Yeah,
dog.
we
It's
want
our dog, and
Crypto.
we love him.
The Spot would be better in this role. Is that dog still alive? I don't know. Probably not. But that was Supergirl, and I already said that I somehow didn't hate this as much as Superman just because it wasn't as offensive, but it was pretty boring at parts. I truly was gonna fall asleep at one part. It takes a while for the meat of the action is like really short. It's just like the end, and it's like that's it, and the rest is just bar crawls and flashbacks. But what did you guys think? What did you think, Jonah?
Uh, I didn't mind this at all. So I usually just don't like Supergirl at all, like from the comics, because I think Superman's a boring character anyway, and then Supergirl is just a copy of him. So I don't like the Skullgirl one like at all, like the animated one, and then I hated the CW one. But so like the only ones I've liked are the ones that do like a darker take, like the newer animated one, and then the Flash one, even though the movie around it was bad. But
Yeah,
so I'm fine with everything about like the characterization here. I like that she's like actually unique from Superman. They're like two distinct characters. I think they've done like this DC, they've done the two characters fine. It's just the actual movies around them. I don't really, it's kind of iffy, but like I said, like this movie doesn't annoy me every second like that Superman did. So like the first half of it, I was just expecting like just like cringed up, like expecting a joke every 5 seconds. But thankfully, this like acts like more like a real movie. So it's weird to talk about what I like and don't like about this one because it's not like there's like one thing I liked and one thing I didn't. It's just like everything is kind of mixed. It's like some of the sets look like very alien and they're like very practical and they like feel like real places, and then just the other half of the time they don't. And then some of the alien designs are cool and practical, and then sometimes they're not. So just everything in it's kind of mixed, but overall, just I had like a good time with it compared to Superman. I thought it was fine for just like kind of a fun action movie. I liked Lobo a lot. Like he's pretty much perfect from the comics.
Yeah.
Um,
But he doesn't get a lot of time. We don't get him on the team. He's just kind of
well, I
floats
don't want
around.
like a lot of Lobo. He's good in like little bursts, like
Yeah, I
in
don't want a
the
Lobo
series.
movie. I don't need
Yeah.
a Lobo movie. Um, but I like remember that Justice League episode where they think Superman's dead, so Lobo like tries to join the
Yeah.
team. I like that. That do that.
Um, yeah, I don't just with these DC movies, I've just been like kind of like they're in like the 5 to 6 out of 10 kind of range, but everyone's just been so extreme about them. Like everyone was like with Superman, it's like, oh, it's great, it's fun. I'm like, no, it's not. And then this one, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the worst like superhero movie ever. It's terrible. I'm like, no, it's not. They're just
It's
okay.
yeah,
And
it's
why
not
is everyone so crazy?
it's not like the Marvels bad because a lot of people have been like comparing it to the Marvels. The Marvels is terrible, man. That
I'd
movie's
rather
bad.
watch. I'd easily rather rewatch this than like Love and Thunder or Quantumania or
Yeah,
something. So
yeah. It's not
like there's a or even like the Dark World, I think was like way more boring than this. So
yeah,
it's
and I
not the
don't
worst thing out there.
and unlike you, I wasn't really thrilled with Supergirl's portrayal because it just seems like they're doing Tony Stark and it was kind of weird. It's like why is she
Well, I'm fine just having something different because I don't even like her in the comics. So just
Yeah,
anything
I
different
think
is a good thing.
yeah, I think she's best in the animated the DC
I didn't like
AU.
that one either.
You didn't like
So
that one? Well,
I don't like the Skullgirl one at all.
that's the kind of the one I, kind of think of Supergirl when I think of Supergirl. Um, but yeah, I was surprised that I like didn't hate her the whole time. I thought I was gonna hate her the whole time, but she was fine. She it would be kind of nice if she kind of learned a lesson in this movie. She really didn't learn a lesson. She just kind of stayed the same.
Well,
Um,
she says he's like not like drunk anymore and is staying
yeah,
on
she does
Earth.
say she's
But
not gonna drink anymore. But there's not a real reason why. It's just like this mission just kind of made her not
She has
to
a
be
daughter
depressed.
now.
She has a daughter.
has anyone read the comic this is based on?
No,
Hmm.
I hear they didn't keep it very
Yeah.
close.
Well, yeah, I haven't, but um, that's what people have been talking about because it does kind of follow like the same kind of arc, kind of.
Yeah, it is
Uh,
the same setup, but
yeah, it's the same villain and like characters and everything. But yeah, I didn't hate this at all. I just thought it was enjoyable, kind of, and just I like just didn't annoy me like the Superman movie did. So that was just okay with it.
Jared, what did you feel?
It was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I really didn't want to watch this. I thought it
I
was
know,
gonna
I
be
was kind of dreading it too.
fast. I thought it was gonna be fast paced like the Superman movie,
Yeah.
and then I thought it was just gonna be really just annoying with Supergirl. But like you guys were saying, she's not annoying in this. There are parts where she was. I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's a good Supergirl. Lobo was good. Um, it was very unfunny. I was
Yeah,
surprised. Like usually, most movies give me a little, or like a little breath of air out of my face. But this, just every joke, just
died.
I didn't even smile. Um, a lot of things made me mad about this movie. Mainly with like the powers and stuff like that. Um, because she's like super man strong, but she couldn't hear in the next room. Um, and then like, why didn't they just take the dog? He would have been fine in the yellow sun, even if the animals on Krypton have the same thing, he would have been fine because
Yeah.
she had like kryptonite in her blood and she was fine, which is like I don't think that would work because I think that's the only thing that would kill him. But
I
apparently
know.
not.
They act like he's just a normal dog. They don't act like he's from Krypton.
Um, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. We didn't talk about the cover and the
Oh, the
fight.
end. So during the end fight, so if you guys have watched this channel at all, you know that me and Jared can't stand the slow down of pop songs. I don't know, the cover. They're always this. It's always a cover, a classic song, but they slow it down and it's terrible. And they do it again, man. I thought we were kind of over that, but they do it
I
again.
know.
They do Jimmy Eats World
The
and
middle.
the middle, and they slow it down, and they have a girl sing it, and it's bad, man.
It's the most
It
offensive cover, one of the most offensive covers I've ever heard. It's like there's no
is.
reason to slow that song down. The whole point of it is to kind of be upbeat and kind of like stuff's gonna be all right kind of song, and this just slows it down and it's a useless cover. I was like, this is disgusting.
The only
I
one
probably
worse.
wouldn't.
I don't remember who did it, but there was one where they did like a CCR song real slow, and that was
Oh yeah, what was
terrible.
that?
I don't remember what that was though. I'll have to try to remember. But
It was like a it's like a trailer for a new movie, isn't it? That one with Mario Qualley.
oh,
No, that
did they?
was Nine Inch Nails.
That was
Yeah,
Nine Inch
that's Nine
Nails.
Inch
What?
Nails.
Which one
Mm.
Yeah,
was it?
there was something.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
um, it's just like the worst cover I ever heard. You should be ashamed to have this in I would probably would have enjoyed the fight, but then the whole time it's just like, yeah, this is gross.
Yeah, because the scene is fine. It's just the music choice.
Yeah, it pissed me off. I was pissed off in the theater. Um,
well, it was like, oh, here we go. It's the James Gunn, fight scene with the pop song, but then they like slow it down. It's like, how is this worse?
we really need to just stop with these covers,
Yeah,
these
please.
slow down covers. Just stop for like at least 10 years because we've had enough. They don't work. Terrible.
You know what
But
was
yeah,
fun? Me and Jonah watched this movie. What was it? Normal?
Hmm.
And they had like a cover of AC/DC, but it was like Japanese. It was like a Japanese band. Whoever that was okay. That was pretty fun.
it's
But
like Bullet
these,
Train. Didn't they have like three covers of?
yeah, that's true. Bullet Train did Japanese covers. Just do Japanese covers. We got to do a cover.
But I think like Jonah was saying, I'd rather watch this than some of the other
Marvel
Yeah,
superhero
movies,
movies.
yeah, or even Superman, like we said.
yeah.
Um, doesn't really give me much hope for the DC. I mean, I think James Gunn was just totally the wrong person to hire. I don't know how we got worse than Zack Snyder, but we did. But because
Uh,
Uh,
uh, I rather
no,
watch
no.
I rather
no,
watch
no,
James Gunn movies than Zack Snyder.
really,
Yeah.
Normally, yes, but not his DC movies.
No, I rather just keep with James Gunn for a while than go back to Snyder.
I rather.
Those anger me to no end.
There has to be someone who can run a DC
I
studio.
don't think, I just don't think they like translate to live action well, because there's
I mean, Batman does,
like
but
even, yeah, but because he's like the dark one,
yeah, but they just
I mean,
but
cannot
that
get the Justice League down, and I think
it's because
they're
the
inherently
comics,
goofy.
yeah, they're not afraid of like their goofier side, but that's like hard to do in live action.
Yeah, yeah, because they're inherently goofy. But if you make them too goofy, it just comes out like or not Shazam. Yeah, Shazam 2 and all those other movies. But
And still, like they haven't fixed the problem with the DCU. It's just they're better when they're like completely separate from like their universe, when they're like just standalone stories.
yeah, what they need to do is just do comic stories and just adapt comic stories. But they'll never do that because I don't know, they're too prideful or something. Because they think they could do it better. But that
I
was
bet
our
Clayface will be good.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that one.
yeah. It'll probably be like uh Penguin or Joker, where
And
just
and if the
like
Yeah.
Batman 2 ever comes out.
the Batman 2.
When he's an old man.
I know.
Yeah. I want to be excited for that movie, but then I hear stuff and I'm like, and then
I'm excited.
the Batman
Yeah.
one, I hated that
The ending
ending.
sucks.
Yeah, and it's just
But
like,
everything up to that was good.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, can we please just not do that ending
And the
again?
Penguin was
And the
great.
Penguin was great, and they made a
I
great
didn't watch the
Penguin.
Penguin.
It was great. It's like, can we
The Penguin's my
please?
least favorite Batman villain, so I didn't watch it.
Usually,
But
yeah, but they like made him really good in that.
yeah, And yeah, can we have like the first like hour of the Batman with the Penguin, combine
The
those and
ending
make
of
it
the Penguin.
yeah, make those really good. But then I don't know. You have this rumor about Harvey Dent. I was just like, oh no, it's like, um, I don't know. I love DC. DC I actually like better than Marvel, but I because I like the characters, but it like Jonah says, it's been so hard to adapt it, and I don't know if they ever will. And I just, man, we want like a Legion of Superhero movie, but we'll
No,
never get
never.
that.
Never
No.
have that.
If that ever happens, James Gunn's out.
I
I'll
and
fire
know.
him.
and then the freaking Green Lanterns looks terrible. The Lantern show. It's like
We're
they don't.
never gonna get a good Green Lantern.
I know they don't
That's impossible.
understand
That I
Green
gave up on.
Lantern. They just don't understand how the rings work and everything. He's just like, oh my goodness, how hard is it? Um,
Well, DC's
I,
also hard because their characters are so like powerful compared to because Marvel's just like regular
yeah,
people, but DC it's like all these like
yeah,
gods and
I
like
think it's just too
aliens.
hard
So
to adapt Green Lantern. I don't think it's.
well, Marvel hasn't been doing great. I mean,
yeah,
Doomsday.
but at the
I'm
start, like
yeah at the
Yeah, the
start
start
it was
because
just
they
like
had some.
regular people becoming
made
like
me love
heroes.
Captain America, and I never liked Captain America.
Yeah,
They had yeah. They
but
knew what they were
DC they
doing.
they start out just like overpowered, and there's not really
Yeah,
much
and
where you can go
they
from.
don't really build the team. They're just already there, and yeah, I don't know.
Also, because yeah, like we never want origin stories now, so now they're stuck like having to introduce them without having an origin
Yeah,
story.
true. And yeah, like Supergirl wasn't an origin story. She just kind of told
Superman
her.
wasn't an origin story.
Yeah, they just kind of told it. So Man of Tomorrow is the next one. And we finally get Brainiac in a movie, which
Does he have pants?
I don't know if he has pants. Pants are not confirmed for Brainiac. We also get Lex in his power suit. So they're
Hmm.
trying. James
I don't
Gunn,
like the power suit.
Yeah, the power suit's
you
dumb.
don't like the power suit?
No, even in like the Justice League show, it was like this
Yeah,
is stupid.
I like the power. See, I like the goofy stuff, but James
but he's so
Gunn,
good when he's just like really smart guy in
Businessman.
like an
Yeah.
office.
yeah, but
Yeah,
they never do that right. Where he's kind of the scheming guy, but I don't have any faith in James Gunn anymore. I just don't, I hate his humor now.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot.
actually think when he was working with Marvel, they kind of reined
yeah.
him in.
No, because I thought he was one of the more like unique
Yeah, he
kind of like
was.
styles in Marvel.
But I still think they were there going, maybe we not do that too
They
much.
definitely reined him in with like cussing and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think if you watch like his DC like shows
Shows.
and like Suicide Squad, that's just him off the. He just goes total control, and it's terrible. He's like a 12-year-old. He's like a 12-year-old in a man's body.
That's Zack Snyder and him just
Yeah, but Zack Snyder's like the
teenager
emo
boys.
child.
Yeah.
The edge lord.
Yeah, and, Gunn's like like the bro dude. So yeah, can we find an adult around here? um,
Or a cool 12-year-old.
yeah, yeah. Where's the smart 12-year-old, the nerdy guy? Anyway, what else? Man, now I just want to talk superheroes because we got Spider-Man, and I think Spider-Man is going to probably be really good.
I don't think
Jonah doesn't
so.
think so. Because it has so much stuff going on.
That's
Uh,
always the problem with Spider-Man. They always put everything into one movie.
yeah. Doomsday scares me,
Yeah,
It's either gonna be
especially
a it's either gonna blow us away or
I
just
would be
like good
impressed.
lord.
Yeah.
it. It the leaks. I don't know if you guys saw the supposed leaks. They're scary, man. I'm like,
I don't see
What are
any
the
leaks. Why are
leaks?
you leaking? Why are you getting leaks?
Why are you
well,
leaking?
I don't know if they're true, but like, I'm pretty sure it's true that it's just Steve Rogers. He doesn't come back as Captain America. So the
Oh
whole
yeah.
time he's just wearing like a jacket and he has the hammer Mjolnir. I'm
Hmm.
like, we don't want Steve Rogers. We want Captain
We
America.
have a Captain America. He can't be Captain
No,
America.
the just the
We
problem bringing him back and period is like my whole problem.
Yeah, true.
Because
But
I don't, the ending for him was perfect in Endgame. I don't want them to ruin that.
we have a ton of Spider-Man. We can have a ton of Captain America. But yeah, it scares me. I'm not. I don't think we're gonna get wow.
We don't even have a team to like fight Doom. It's just like
Mm-mm.
I know we got the Thunderbolts, we got the Fantastic Four, and then just got like all these random like
and
Shang-Chi is
Shang-Chi
like
gonna be there?
yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
he's
the
there.
big main guy for some reason. Um, I think
And,
Ant-Man's in this movie.
Oh,
and
I don't
Spider,
want Ant-Man ever again because of that freaking
I
movie, dude.
know.
It's
And then
Spider-Man's
Cassie ruining everything.
Spider-Man's not supposed to be like in it until Secret
no,
Wars.
yeah, Spider. We're
Yeah.
not getting Spider's. Well, I don't want to
Ooh,
He's
spoil
in
it.
it, but
We get a Spider-Man, but we don't get like the Spider-Man in it. Uh,
Venom, Tom Holland in Secret Wars showing up? Oh,
I don't think they're gonna
oh.
do that.
I think they
No,
just
Maybe, I don't
they
know.
have to do that or I'll be upset.
I think they just announced that they're making Spider-Man 5. Um, but they have to because Spider-Man's the only thing working for them right
This is
now.
what you do in Doomsday. You bring
Maybe.
back all the Sony guys. You get Madam Web. You get
No.
The
Morbius.
Sony
You
universe.
get Venom.
Just give them their Sinister
And then Doom's
Six.
like, I can't deal with this. This is absurd.
You guys are too silly. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go build a tickle ray. Um,
And then the Thanos copter comes and he's like,
yeah,
"Hee
he's like, get on.
hee."
What was I gonna say? They really just need to reboot it, but they're not going to, and it's weird because they need to do it. And the next phase is gonna be X-Men, so we gotta have new X-Men.
Is
But
Deadpool
we
in Endgame?
can't. Yeah, he's supposed to be in it
Yeah, he's supposed to
That'd
somewhere.
be
be in
cool.
it.
That'd be cool to see him with other heroes
Some other
besides
Marvel.
X-Men.
I
Uh,
want X-Men to be good, but there's no way to do them now.
No,
no,
that's impossible.
yeah, you gotta
Unless
do
it's just a completely separate universe. And they just like
like
start
the
over with
Fantastic
X-Men.
Four.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, yeah, they gotta kind of make that weird '60s universe that
Can we
No, not
have
the
a
60s, just now, but
Yeah,
just
no, don't not
different.
again, not again.
Yeah.
it doesn't work because like back
Just
then
have
it
it
was
where they didn't
fly in the
have
80s or something.
superheroes. Yeah, the
but
90s
we
with
already
them.
kind of did that with the first
Just have,
class universe.
yeah, but just do it right, better, I guess.
Yeah.
Just-
Or more consistent.
Can we have a short Wolverine for God's sakes?
no,
Short hairy Wolverine.
they made fun of that in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. There's a rumor that Henry Cavill Wolverine's going to be in Secret Wars.
It's apparently
He's
people with the new Wolverine game are like, why is he so short? And everyone's like, he's
supposed to
Wolverine.
be. Why is Jean Grey so ugly? It's because it's those Marvel games make everyone ugly. I don't know. I could talk about superheroes all day, but we probably should finish. Supergirl, not as bad as some people are saying. That's our opinion. Like I said, I actually kind of liked it better than Superman, but that's just because I am very anti James Gunn at the moment. But yeah, no, this movie bombed really bad. Jared, you actually, I think, predicted how much it was gonna make. So
Dude, I am a box office genius, and you guys
it's
always
the
deny
box
me.
office genius. You know what? I'm ready for Street Fighter. That's what I'm ready for.
Ugh.
Yeah, the casting is perfect.
Yeah, man. And Mortal Kombat was great. So give us Street
I
Fighter.
still need to watch that.
You still need to watch that.
I'm gonna have to sit through that.
Yep. Take
We
Jonah.
should later this year, like Christmas, we
Watch
should
the
watch
old one.
Mortal Kombat and
Oh.
He-Man.
Yeah, you need to
'Cause I
see
Oh
miss
yeah.
those.
He-Man.
And Sheep Detective. We got to show Jared everything he's missed. So
Yeah.
he's missed a couple. All right. So that's going to do it for our review. If you liked it, thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and notify yourself for even more good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye.